Hi, my name is Summer Smith and I own Yama Yoga Studio in Canton, Texas. I am going to take you through a simple breathing exercise and then just kind of an all-over body stretch to help you just relieve your stress. But I want you to really focus on the idea of linking the breath to our movements as we work through our practice. In yoga, the breath is everything. Okay, so the breath that we use is called an Ujjayi breath. Right, so go ahead and take a seat. When we're sitting cross-legged, this is called Sukhasana. If one leg is in front of the other, it's Siddhasana. So if you're tight through your hips and you need a little bit of lifting up through the hips so that you can be a little bit more comfortable, place a blanket beneath your bum and it'll just lift you up and drop the knees down a little bit and you'll sit just a little bit more comfortably. This can also be done from a chair. So you want to sit up nice and tall. So in yoga, our spine is called the Sushumna, and this is where all of our energy runs along the spine. If you're familiar with yoga at all, you'll also know that the chakras are lined up along the spine as well. So that's why we keep a nice long, tall spine, is so that we can keep the energy flow through the body, flowing at a nice, regular interval. Okay, so you're going to sit up nice and tall and relax the shoulders. Okay, go ahead and we're going to breathe in and out through the nose with this Ujjayi breath, right? The belly rises on the inhale, and then on the exhale, we pull it back to the spine, right? So you're breathing in and out through the nose only, and there's a slight constriction in the back of the throat so that you hear a little bit of a hissing sound, all right? So it sounds a little bit like this. So sometimes when we're teaching this breath for the first time, we'll imagine that there is a mirror in front of you and that you're fogging the mirror up. So you would take a deep breath in, and then you would fog the mirror, right? It closes the throat just briefly, but it warms the air as it's coming out. The Ujjayi breath is meant to calm your sympathetic nervous system and your sympathetic nervous system. It's meant to warm the body from the inside out, but then also, as we move, to carry toxins back out through the body. So the restriction in the throat is important, okay? So sit up nice and tall, relax the shoulders, and take that deep breath in and out through the nose. Good, now as you focus on this breath with eyes closed, keep the spine nice and long. Relax through the shoulders, soften through the eyes, soften through the jaw. Okay, you want to sit back onto your sits bones, your ischial tuberosity. And you want to make sure that the belly comes all the way out on the inhale and then back to the spine on the exhale. Okay, give me one more deep breath. Nice, and then go ahead and open the eyes. All right, so from here, we're just gonna work from the head all the way down to the feet. Just opening and stretching the body, just kind of lightly and de-stressing. So take your chin down to your chest. Inhale your left ear over your left shoulder. And then as you exhale, bring your chin back to chest and right ear's gonna come over right shoulder. Inhaling to the left and exhaling to the right. Good, inhaling left. And exhaling right. Good, and then go ahead and bring the chin all the way back down to the chest. Inhale, bring the chin up parallel to the floor. Drop left ear to left shoulder, opening up through sternocleidomastoid from behind the ear to the clavicle. Again, a little space between the teeth. Good, go ahead and come all the way back up to neutral, look to the right. Good, and come all the way back to neutral. Right ear is going to drop down to the, or right ear to the right shoulder. Little space between the teeth, right, until we feel that stretch through the SCM. Good, and then come all the way back up to neutral and look to the right, just releasing the neck. Beautiful, and then come all the way back to neutral. Nice, okay, go ahead and take your arms back behind you and just take your forearms, your hands to your forearms, so that we just briefly start to open up through the chest and through the shoulders. So we're gonna roll the shoulders back, squeeze at the shoulder blades, opening through the chest, the pectoralis major and minor. Okay, back off on the exhale. Inhale, open and squeeze, right between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids. Exhale, Good. Inhale, squeeze back. Nice. Exhale, come all the way back to neutral. Nice. Okay, go ahead and release the arms and shake that out. Okay, we're gonna raise right arm up overhead, bend the elbow, take the middle finger to the spine as close as you can. Bring the left arm up and over, grab the elbow, let the shoulders fall down into socket and take a little pull on the shoulder, just opening up through the triceps, getting into the deltoid. We want the top arm to be at the top of the head and not behind. So we don't want to jut the neck forward. We want to set the shoulders down into socket and gently pull. Beautiful, go ahead and release the arms all the way back down. Good, and then left arm's gonna come all the way up by the ear, bend the elbow, take the middle finger to the spine, right arm comes up, grab that elbow, gently pulling into the triceps, but the pull actually, or the stretch occurs because we're releasing the deltoid down into socket, right? Not by me pulling, I'm simply holding in place. Nice, and then go ahead and release, both arms float all the way back down to the ground, okay? And then just to keep some symmetry and balance, switch legs so that whatever leg was in front is now behind, okay? And we're just gonna come into a very gentle twist. So start with the arms at a low V. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead, and then as you exhale, bring the right arm in front and the left arm behind for a gentle twist. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale to the right. Good, inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Nice, okay, this time, inhale, arms all the way back up, lace the fingers, roll the wrists. Good. Bring the shoulders up by the ear, creating space in the ribs. And then on the exhale, lower the shoulders down. Good. Take a deep breath in. Leave the shoulders as is, but on the exhale, draw the chin down to the chest, push the shoulders back. Good. And then bring the head back up to neutral. Take a deep breath in as you raise the arms up, shoulders by the ears. Exhale, release the hands and float all the way back down to the floor. Beautiful. Switch legs again. Okay, right leg's gonna go back into front, and then this time we're gonna come into Sukhasana, which means I'm gonna tuck one ankle underneath the leg so that we can feel a little bit more stable in our movement. So take your hands to the front of the shins, and we're gonna lean to the right, and then swing around to the front as you inhale, and then as you exhale, pause. Inhale to the front, exhale, pause. Inhale, and exhale. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now this time go all the way around, full circle. So we're going to inhale to the front and then exhale as we round the back. Inhale to the front and exhale round. Right? So this is a great movement or asana for lower back pain. Right? Anytime we feel pain in the body or stress, it creates stress in other parts of the body. Good. Switch direction for me. Inhaling to the front and exhaling to the back. Okay, go around with 2 more times, right? And we're just following the breath. Remember, we're linking the breath with the movement. Inhaling to the front, exhaling to the back. Beautiful. Now inhale, sit up nice and tall. Good, exhale through the mouth. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, soften the eyes. Nice. Okay, go ahead and switch legs again. Left leg in front of right. Okay, we're gonna tuck that under. Take the hands to the front of the shins again. Inhale, open the chest. You're gonna push the chest back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, but keep the arms straight the whole time. Exhale, round back, chin to chest, creating a C from the crown to the tail. Inhale as you come all the way up, squeezing back through the shoulders, and then exhale as you round, chin to chest, spine to the back wall. Good. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, keep the arms straight the whole time. Exhale, round. This time we're gonna stay rounded, chin to chest. Okay, so draw the navel in, relax the shoulders. Inhale, left ear over left shoulder. Exhale, chin back to center and over to the right shoulder. Okay, inhaling to the left and exhaling to the right. Good, one more breath. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Beautiful, now bring the chin all the way back to chest. And then inhale as you sit all the way back up. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale, lengthening through the spine. Keep holding, expanding through the lungs, feeling that pressure underneath the rib cage. And then just gently exhale through the mouth. Good. Take a normal breath in and out through the nose. moving into the hips. We're gonna take our feet together. This posture is called Baddha Konasana, right? So the soles of the feet together, and we're thinking of these as a book, right? So we wanna open the feet up, right? So we're gonna take our hands to our ankles with the thumbs on the inside. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then on your exhale, just gently lean forward. We don't wanna lean forward too much, but we wanna come at this with a really straight spine, right? We don't wanna round the back as we come forward. This is more about lengthening through the spine. So you wanna sometimes keep the chin lifted and lead with the chest as you come forward, right? Rather than rounding the back and getting the head towards the floor, right? So that's not the goal. Take your peace fingers to your big toes, and then I just want you to gently pull back on the toes. Take a deep breath in, and then if you can come down a little bit further with a straight spine, start to lean forward, right? So I'm lifting my chin, I'm leading with my chest so that I keep my back straight. Once I get down about as far as I think I can come without rounding my back, I'll soften my neck, take my gaze down my nose to the floor, right? So a gaze is called a drishti in yoga. So if you hear me say the word drishti, I'm gonna lead you to an eye gaze. Okay, so the neck is nice and neutral. I should be able to turn my head from side to side. Right? And then I'm going to resolve that and really lengthen out through the spine as if there were a string right at the crown of my head. Right? Pulling my spine nice and straight, opening up through the hips. Nice. Now inhale, come all the way back up. Release the toes. Hands go to the top of the knees. Take a long exhale. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, right leg is going to shoot all the way out, and we're going to take the left foot and pull it up to the top of the inside thigh. This posture is called Janu Sushasana. Janu is knee and Sirsa is head. So we're coming forward with the body, but we want to lengthen through the spine. So the right rib cage is going to stay over the right leg. This knee is out to the side, but it's soft. Extend the arms like you're holding a ball in front of you and take a deep breath in. On your exhale, reach forward as if I had tethers around your wrists, and then drop your hands to the floor, wherever they may fall. So we want the shoulders and the hips to be as square to the floor as we possibly can. So if you feel yourself kind of leaning a little bit, come back to center, even if that means having to bring the hands up just a little bit, right? That way we're stretching in all the right places and we're protecting the body. We want the foot flexed with the toes up so that we protect the knee, right? Focus on your breath. Again, imagine that string right at the crown of the head. Extending your spine, right? Giving it lots of length, right? Feeling the stretch in the back of the calf, the hamstrings, the popliteal behind the knee. Nice, one more breath. Good, and then release and go ahead and come all the way back up. Okay, so from here we're gonna come into a little twist. Left hand's gonna go back behind you. Arm is really close to the body. Right hand's gonna come to the left knee. I'm gonna make sure that this foot is still flexed and up. And we're going to inhale as we sit up nice and tall, open through the chest. And on the exhale, rotate, look over the shoulder. Right, so the goal here is to get nice and soft through the spine. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. But soften the back. Keep breathing your Ujjayi breath, allowing the belly to rise and fall. Nice. And then release and come all the way back to center. Okay, now extend the left leg all the way out. And then rock from side to side for just a moment, and then maybe even shake the legs out just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna move into Paschimottanasana before we come into our posture on the other side. So extend the arms out again, and again, we're gonna imagine tethers around the wrists. There's a string at the ceiling lifting me up tall, right? So if I'm rounded a little bit, I might have a tight psoas, or I might have a weak psoas. So I want to see if I can sit up nice and tall, and if I can push the back of the knees towards the floor and lift the heels without leaning back, right? That means I'm pretty good and stable through the psoas. Otherwise, I might need to strengthen or stretch the psoas muscle, right? Go ahead and drop the heels down, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, pretend I'm pulling you forward, right? And then I drop the hands all the way down to the floor, just like we did before, right? So if you're pretty flexible and you can take your hands to your feet, feel free to do that. We want to lengthen through the spine and bring the belly to the top of the thighs. It's more important to have the belly at the thighs than to have the head all the way down. Okay, we are looking for length in the spine, and then we want to pull back our feet into what's called a dorsiflexion so that we open up through the calves. Right, so once we stretch out the entire body, right, we've kind of gotten into every nook and cranny and crevice, right, and released any stagnant energy so that we feel de-stressed. Okay, we're focusing on the breath. We're detoxifying as we exhale, right? We're feeding our body with a nice clean breath in and out through the nose. Okay, and then we're gonna just release the hands and walk all the way back up. Okay, now go ahead and take the right knee, bend it, and take the right foot all the way up to the top of the inside of the left thigh. Okay, again, this knee is nice and relaxed. These arms are gonna extend out right here. Relax the shoulders, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, pretend I'm pulling you forward, and then drop the hands all the way down. Good. We're gonna extend out through the spine one more time, really lengthening out through the back. The neck is nice and neutral. The drishti is down to the ankle, or the eyes could be closed, right? We wanna make sure that the hips and the shoulders are square to the floor. Nice, and then one more breath. Beautiful, and release, and walk all the way back up with the hands. Right arm's gonna come back behind you. So my arms are a little bit shorter, so I'm on my fingertips, but my arm is really close to my body. Left arm is gonna come all the way over to the right knee. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, look all the way over the shoulder, making sure that you keep this left foot flexed and the toe up, softening through the back as you rotate through the shoulders, stacking right shoulder behind the left. Good, soft through the neck, soft through the eyes and the jaw. If the face is soft and relaxed, the body will follow. Nice, and then release and go ahead and come all the way back to neutral. Extend that leg all the way back out again. Maybe rock from side to side just a little bit, and then shake out through the knees. Okay, so normally in another practice, if we had an hour, we would really extend this out and have a long shavasana and do a lot more stretching. So because we have limited time, I'm gonna have you either cross at your ankles or swing your legs around, and I want you just to come into a tabletop. This is a great posture for lower back pain, but also helps with digestion because the stomach works through peristalsis, and this gets things moving in the belly, right? So as you set yourself up, you want to stack the joints, wrist underneath the shoulders, and then knees underneath the hips. Inhale as you arch and look up. Drop the belly down, and then as you exhale, round, chin to chest, spine to ceiling, tuck the tail under. Inhale and arch, look up, right? This is cow. And then exhale, come into cat. Good, spine is rounded. One more time, inhale and arch. Almost every posture we do at least 3 times, right? A minimum of 3 to really get the most out of it. And then come back to a neutral spine. Okay, walk the hands forward just a little bit. I want you to turn your toes under and lift your hips up so that you find yourself in a down dog, right? So in a down dog, the way that we find our perfect down dog is to shift into a high plank. We want to make sure that the wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders and that the body is nice and long and straight. And then we push the hips up, and then you're the perfect distance for your body size between your hands and your feet. The heels are reaching towards the floor. The spine is nice and long, and then we're lifting the sits bones up towards the ceiling, and the arms are right by the ears. Okay, take another deep breath. Nice, and then go ahead and drop all the way back down to the knees. Open the knees up nice and wide. Draw the toes together, and we're gonna come into a version of Balasana or Child's Pose. So sit back on the heels and extend the arms all the way out in front of you, letting the chest drop down towards the floor, chin or forehead touching the ground if possible. If that's too deep for you and you can't quite come down, all your hands into a fist, stacking one on top of the other, and then let your head just rest right there on top of the hands. That takes pressure off of the rhomboids, the shoulders, right, and the upper back. All right, so take one more deep breath. And then go ahead and shift all the way back up to your tabletop. Draw the knees all the way in. Again, making sure that everything is stacked. All of the joints are stacked. All right, so take the right arm all the way out and take the left leg all the way back. Just holding here. This is called bird dog, right? So the top of my right foot is pressing into the floor, and I'm reaching out. I'm not arched through my back. I'm rounded, and I'm drawing the navel up towards the spine. Okay, and then go ahead and drop that down, and then switch arms and legs. Left arm comes out, right leg comes back. right? So we're hitting all of the systems in the body. We're strengthening, we're challenging our balance. Go ahead and come all the way back down, okay? And then cross at the ankles or swing the legs around and find yourself back on your backside again. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little bit of core work before we come all the way down onto our backs, right? So take the toes out in front of you and take the hands right behind the knees. Inhale, sit up so that the chest is out and the elbows are out. Go past your sits bones and onto the sacrum, and then see if you can just lift your legs so that the calves are parallel to the floor, okay? If you're a little bit more advanced, you could release the arms, right? If you want to challenge, you could lift everything up. Okay, deep breaths, okay? No matter where you are, try to hold for at least 5 breaths, right? Or here, okay? And then on that last breath, take the hands behind the knees, roll all the way down onto the back, and draw the knees into the chest. Take a little rock from side to side. Nice. And then go ahead and drop your feet all the way down to the floor. All right, so we usually come into a twist at the end of a practice so that we can release the toxins that we've stirred up. So take right leg across left, knee to knee with no gaps. Right arm comes out to the side and left hand goes to the right knee. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push the legs left as you look right, coming into your twist. So all twists are created from the shoulders. So we want to keep the shoulders nice and flat on the floor. Take the gaze to the right thumb. Right, so we're spiraling to the right with the upper body and to the left with the lower body, right? Creating a helix in the spine. Still focusing on the breath and feeling the belly rise and fall. Nice. And then go ahead and come all the way back up to neutral. Release that leg and switch. Left leg goes over the right, left arm is out to the side, and right hand goes to the left knee. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, push to the right as you look left this time, keeping the shoulders flat on the floor and taking your gaze towards that left thumb. Soften the back, soften the legs. Now, I would really encourage you guys to have some soft music playing in the background, maybe have a couple of essential oils at the ready. Lavender is always a wonderful choice. Frankincense is very healing. And On Guard is a nice immuno boost. Okay, those are all doTERRA blends, right? They're certified, pure, therapeutic grade. Okay, release and come all the way back up. You're gonna release the legs, straighten the legs all the way out on the mat, bring the arms up overhead, just give yourself a full body stretch. Okay, and then just go the opposite direction by flexing the feet and blowing the hands into a fist. Okay, now soften everything, keep the arms up overhead, take a little arch in your back, take a deep breath in and then hold your breath at the top of the in-breath. Good, now let the air out with a little bit of force. Beautiful, take your arms down by your sides, open your legs up mat width and let the ankles fall out so that you come into Shavasana or corpse pose. Okay, so as you are laying down, I'm just going to take you through a quick guided meditation. If it's uncomfortable for you to lay down, you could sit all the way back up. I would encourage you, if you're sitting and you have some back pain, maybe sit up against the wall and give your back some support, or maybe sit back on that blanket. Okay, so relax through the body. Okay, if you're sitting up, soften the shoulders and turn the palms up. If you're laying in Shavasana, make sure that the ankles are rolled out and that the palms are facing up. Okay, and then just make any adjustments that you need to make so that you can really enjoy your Shavasana. Right, this is an integral part of the yoga practice. This is when we assimilate everything that we've stirred up, the lessons that we've learned, the trauma that we have released, right, the stress that we've released. Right, this is our time to give our body just a moment to catch back up, right, to release anything that's no longer serving us. We're going to stay with our Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose, right? But it's going to be just a nice, calm, easy breath, right? Very nurturing. And now with eyes closed, I want you just to imagine a warm silvery liquid at the crown of the head. Okay, imagine imagine this liquid moving down over the forehead, just ironing out any wrinkles that you might have there. Flowing down over the temples, and behind the eyes, supporting and comforting the eyes. And then imagine this liquid moving down the bridge of the nose and over the cheeks. Begin to let this liquid move down the back of the head and the neck. And just imagining that anywhere this liquid touches, it brings some instant relief, has the ability to sweep away any pain, to ease any suffering in a joint, any inflammation that you might be holding anywhere in the body. Okay, so leave a little space between your teeth and allow this liquid to move into that space between the teeth and over the chin, down the throat, the side of the neck and the back of the neck, over the shoulders, down the arms, into the palm of the hand, into each and every finger. And then bring your awareness back up to the base of the skull and imagine this liquid moving down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Healing as it goes, moving down the esophagus, into the stomach, into the lungs, into the heart center. Imagine this liquid being pumped through all 4 chambers of the heart, dispersing this energy into the bloodstream. Imagine this moving through the gallbladder, the liver, the pancreas, the spleen. Moving into the kidneys, the adrenals, the bladder, right, down into the abdomen, right, moving through the small intestine, the large intestine, the reproductive organs. Allow this liquid to move into any place in the body that feels tight. You have lower back pain, imagine moving this liquid down into those places, and as it flows further down into the body, imagine it just carrying away any stress, any discomfort, anything that no longer serves you, anything that you're ready to let go of. Let it move into the glutes and the quads, the hamstrings, the top of the knee, the back of the knee, down the shins and the calves, and into the ankles and the feet. And with one last deep breath, releasing any old tapes, old thoughts, old beliefs. Okay, continue with your breath. Now just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe move the thumb across the pads of the fingers, slowly awakening the body. And then just gently draw your knees up, extend your right arm out, and then roll over to your right side and allow your head to rest on the right arm. As you move over into this pose, make sure to bend the knees and draw the knees up. This is called fetal pose, so just kind of like it sounds. All right, Shavasana or corpse pose signifies and embodies just the releasing of the old self, right? And then fetal pose, moving into the fullest potential of who you are, what you were meant to be, right? The person who is full of gifts to give the world. And then when you're ready, take your left hand to the floor, push yourself all the way back up, and slowly just come back up to a seated position. Okay, so I hope that this practice has been helpful for you. I'm going to ask you to sit up nice and tall one last time, relaxing the shoulders. Good, and just absorbing all the good energy and intention that you have for yourself and for your practice, right? For your life, for your families, for your relationships. And then go ahead and turn the palms up. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Bring the palms together. Bend at the elbows. Hands come to heart center. Okay, we finish our practice with Namaste. Namaste means that the light in me honors honors and recognizes the light in you. When you are in this place and I'm in this place, we are one, right? So go ahead and bring your hands all the way to your brow and center. And as you bow, go ahead and repeat Namaste. Namaste. Good. And then hands come back to heart center, or hands can rest on the top of the knees with the palms up. So again, I hope this was helpful. I'm here for you guys. If I can help in any way, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me at yamayoga.net, and good luck. Namaste.